It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us on The Sam Lesante Show. Folks, guess where I'm at? I'm at 204 East Broad Street in downtown Tamaqua. Now, why is that important? Well, you're going to find out today a lot about four women, okay, who are doing great things here in the area. Joining me today, Christine Holman, no stranger to anyone in northeastern Pennsylvania, the former district attorney for Schuylkill County, and now she's sole proprietor of the law office of Christine Holman. Linda Marchalk, who is the treasurer of Schuylkill County, and she also is the principal owner of the Northeast Edge Associates. We're going to find out about that. And we're joined by Lacey Gonzalez-Horan, who is an accountant, and she is the owner of the LGH Tax and Accounting Association. Thanks for coming on the show. This is going to be an exciting show because this is all about women, and I like that. I like that a lot. Linda, let me start with you. First of all, nice to see you again.
And thank you for having us, Sam.
And congratulations, once again, on the great job you're doing as treasurer in Schuylkill County. I mean, you really have done a great job, and the facts are there, and I want to congratulate you on behalf of a lot of people in Schuylkill County who appreciate people who work in the courthouse. You're doing a great job. We'll be joined a little later by my friend Maria Casey, who is the clerk of courts, and she's doing also a great job. Let's talk about the Shep House and what this place is all about.
The Shep House here in Tamaqua is one of the first buildings in Tamaqua. It's a historic building. We're in a historic district, and Daniel Shep was the owner back in the 1800s. He was friends with Thomas Edison and very influential in bringing electric here to Tamaqua. So 204 East Broad Street is a big building, and to run my abstract business out of here was just too much building for one business. And I talked to my two friends, Christine and Lacey, and they were willing to start their businesses here in Tamaqua as well.
So what does your company do?
Northeast Edge Associates is a title insurance and real estate settlement company. We primarily handle real estate and commercial closings, whether you're purchasing a property or refinancing a property, and your lenders will want title insurance. We offer those services to residential or commercial clients.
So the unique thing about getting this house again operating in full load here with all the businesses, which is great. Christine, so you now are now doing the job, okay, of law, okay?
Yes.
You were on both sides now, okay? How do you feel about that?
I feel great, and I'm very grateful to my friend Linda for opening the door, so to speak, for me to begin my law practice. And I consider myself kind of like a general store here in downtown Tamaqua. I practice all kinds of law, all different fields, personal injury, wills, trusts, estates, family law, criminal defense, Social Security, disability. I have a lot of people that walk in, want to just consult about a particular problem that they have, want to know if they have a case. The doors are open here from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and certainly we can be reached by phone at 570-668-5321. Appointments are generally preferred, but again, if I'm here and I can help someone, it's great, and I'm really enjoying the variety and really some more downtime, if you will, some travel. Just excited to be working.
Certainly you're no stranger to law because you practiced law before you ran for DA. But the interesting thing is what you bring to the table, the experience that you have. You've seen it all in the DA's office, okay, and I think that goes a lot.
Well, I have some people that come in and I think they think they're going to trump maybe some stories or experiences that I've had.
Yeah.
I still haven't found one yet that has.
And I think it'll be a long day before you find one.
It might, but there are some crazy situations people get themselves involved in. People don't understand how the process of law works. I do. I have access to court dockets. I can explain why your case hasn't moved. Some people think cases have been closed. They haven't even been started. So again, it's really an exciting time for me. And I look forward to being in this building a long time with Linda and Lacey.
Speaking of backgrounds, Linda, your background is what? I mean,
My background has been working for attorneys and title insurance companies the last 30 years of my life. And as a title insurance company, there are certain things that we're allowed to do. And we're not attorneys. We can't give you legal advice. We're not authorized to practice law. And so it's perfect for Christine and I to have our two businesses under the same roof, because
Yes.
there's a lot of times that there's a client that will do a for sale by owner and needs an attorney to prepare an agreement of sale. Sometimes in our title search work, we'll encounter an estate issue where we need to clean up an estate, open an estate, file an inheritance tax return on a jointly owned piece of real estate. So Christine and I have worked hand in hand on some real estate files to be able to resolve problems and get people to closing promptly and timely.
and then we have Lacey Gonzalez-Horan, okay? You are an accountant, and you are the owner of LGH Tax and Accounting, correct?
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So LGH Tax and Accounting, I've had the business for 5 years now.
You have?
Correct.
You're only 18.
Right out of college, I have my master's degree in business, and I started teaching adjunct for L-Tri-C. But back in 2001, I took my first tax and accounting class, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. So I was kind of doing it as a hobby, and the hobby turned into a business, and now I have a successful business doing personal taxes, business taxes. I have some payroll. I'm looking to expand my payroll services in 2019 to a more full service payroll company, bookkeeping, just pretty much all accounting services, with the exception of audits.
So how does this, three women, this bringing life, as I said in the paper here, to Shep House, how do you work with an attorney and an abstract?
Very similar. I myself also cannot practice law, and there's
Yeah.
many things in accounting that
Well, you have a good lawyer right here.
Yes, that require an attorney to be involved. For instance, business formations. That is something that I cannot do on my own. I'm not an attorney, so I have to tell my clients that. Therefore, I need to refer them. Sometimes my clients will come in with a homestead form, which to them looks like a tax form, but in reality it deals with more real estate, and sometimes we need to do deeds of consolidation or prepare new deeds or do things like that I can refer out to Linda in that case, or Christine with deed work. So it works out really
Yeah, sure.
smoothly, that things that I can't do, one of them can do, and vice versa.
This is exciting because it's owned by three women, women-owned, okay, which I think is great, okay, really, and experience. I always like to find out what kind of experience you have, okay? And when I said what you're doing in the treasurer's office, that didn't happen overnight. You had to bring that experience with you, as with Christine did the DA's office. You have the experience, and it pays off. It's like going to a doctor who's been around for so many years. He sort of tells you, I know what this is because of the years of experience. What would you like to add, Linda, about this place, or Christine?
Well, let me add this first because it's very important. Linda's work with the county, with the treasurer's office, and her work here in Tamaqua is excellent. And I thought it was worthy of a nomination for her to be the Tamaqua Business Person of the Year. And she was in fact selected. So that was announced in the public. She will be honored April the 26th, Thursday evening at Mountain Valley, and certainly well deserving for the year that she had prior to. Anybody else might have just thought, I'm going to cut and run. She stayed. She put this place in order.
Tell me women are not tough.
Women are tough.
They are tough. I mean, my wife is like, I'm the baby, okay, but women are really tough. Well, I could wish the three of you the best. We'll be joined with Maria Casey, and she has exciting things to talk about. Here's another super person who does a great job as clerk of courts. And so anything you'd like to say, Linda, before you leave?
Two quick things. I want to thank Christine for the nomination, and I'll be more than happy to accept that nomination next Thursday at the dinner meeting for the Tamaqua Chamber's annual dinner. And as county treasurer, I've tried to take some of my knowledge from running a private business and take that to the county. And two biggest accomplishments I've had in the treasurer's office is doing our request for proposals for our county's interest rate. And that has generated the county $422,000 in the last 2 years in interest income alone. My other biggest accomplishment has been the hotel tax. We've increased revenue and hotel tax collections in the county since I've taken office. So I get up, I go to work every day, I work hard, and I'm proud of that. So thank you for having us on the show.
My pleasure,
Sam.
and the results are these are the kind of shows I love doing, because we're able to show the community and our viewers just exactly how exciting things are and what women can do, okay? And I have nothing but high compliments for you.
The public should know, too, that Linda is seeking a second term as treasurer, and again, well-deserving.
Yes. I don't think you'll have any problems, geez. But the record you have.
I keep working hard. You take nothing for granted in life.
That's sometimes it's a thankless job, isn't it?
Correct.
But you do what you want to do, and that's the most important thing. Folks, I'm here at the Shep House. It's 204 East Broad Street. It's home of three Schuylkill women. It's the home of Christine Holman. The law office is Christine Holman. It's the home of Northeast Edge Associates, and of course LGH Tax and Accounting. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. Before I introduce you again to our guest, remember, download our app, SSP TV. You can watch all of our shows anywhere in the country, particularly people who are from this area, moved out of the area, they like to know what's going on. Download our app. And if you have a smart TV, excellent news. Download YouTube, search SSP TV, subscribe, and all of our shows, including our news, you could watch. Back here at the Shep House, 204 East Broad Street in Tamaqua, very famous place. I'm now joined by Maria Casey, who is the Clerk of Courts of Schuylkill County. It's always so nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Sam.
And of course, Christine Holman, who is now sole proprietor of the law office of Christine Holman. So Maria, you've been pretty busy as always, and you're here again, like Linda. And I mean this sincerely. Facts are facts. I'm not just making. You're doing a fabulous job as Clerk of Courts, really.
Well, thank you. The office is now stabilized, and if you remember when we last spoke, I talked with you about instituting a restitution.
Yes. How'd that work out?
It's been working wonderfully. We started by working with the then District Attorney, Christine Holman. I have an employee in my office who tracks restitution that is owed if someone self-posts a bail. Before that person takes his or her bail money back, it is paid out to victims and to costs and fines. And that was never implemented before I took office, and I'm glad to report, as of today, we have collected almost $30,000 that we've been able to repay to victims. And to repay for costs and fines. And that's a program we have continued to work on a weekly basis, and we will continue throughout my tenure.
That's fabulous. You're doing a great job. Now, there's another interesting thing. Women-owned small business certifications, okay? Let's talk about this, because we're here at the Shep House with Christine. She's owner. We had Linda Marchalk from Northeast Edge Associates, and we had Lacey Gonzalez-Horan, who is the owner of LGH Tax and Accounting. Okay, so tell me about this exciting thing here about the women's. This is big stuff.
It is. There are two programs for women or minority business owners, and by way of background, our business is ML Lyon Inc. And people say, well, what is ML Lyon? Well, I named the company years ago after Mary Lyon, who founded Mount Holyoke College, the first female college in the country, because women were not permitted to go to the Ivy Leagues. So Mount Holyoke, which is a seven sister, along with Smith, Vassar, Wellesley, Radcliffe, other colleges, Bryn Mawr here in Pennsylvania, they became the women's Ivy League in this country. And Emily Dickinson went to Mount Holyoke. So it was a first, and it gave women the opportunity to actually get a college education. So in honor of Mary Lyon, I named the company ML Lyon. I approached Christine and Linda, and I said, you know, I think that there's a great opportunity here because ML Line is now certified as a woman-owned small business, which is a federal certification, and that's this document here. And ML Line is also certified as a women business entity, which is a program that allows for state opportunities. So basically the requirements are that the company has to be 51% owned by women. And it's a very stringent certification program. It takes many months.
So how do women get involved with this?
Well, if you go on the internet, which is a common vehicle today, and look up WBENC, that will give you the structure and what you have to submit. They want to see corporate tax returns. There is a whole list of items.
What's the benefit?
The benefit is it encourages state and federal agencies, as well as contractors, developers, businesses, to work with a woman-certified business entity, because in many federal contracts and state contracts, there is a requirement that you work with a minority or woman-owned business. And it helps these businesses get these state and federal contracts. It also encourages, of course, the growth of women-owned businesses. So it's something very attractive to contractors and developers and other businesses to partner with a woman-owned business. So that's the program.
So if I'm a woman, I have a business today.
Yes.
Okay, and I go to I Google WBENC. Okay, that'll give me the guidelines of what I have to do to get involved and how that could help me as a business.
Yes, and there are seminars. There are, for instance, the Department of General Services in Harrisburg has several times a year meetings between these businesses, women-owned or minority-owned, and local contractors, engineers, developers, who get together and network. And then that provides you real-time business opportunities. It's just something that I thought should be implemented. I'm not sure there are any other women-owned business entities or small businesses in Schuylkill County. But it's something that we would like to be on the forefront of and get this program implemented.
Well, I think also by being involved with this gives your business credibility. So when you're doing business with somebody, they know it's a credible business. Christie, and how is it helping you in your law office?
Well, we just kind of got started on this, but I'm very excited to be involved. There'll be, work coming my way through Maria with contracts, litigation, and because it is, a women's business enterprise and being certified, that really puts you, maybe head and shoulders above some of the other companies that wouldn't have the experience or that certification. And I'm certainly, I'm involved with Maria. I trust her judgment. She's always come through, in any capacity.
Maria is thorough, to the point, factual, no nonsense, but a beautiful person. Okay, and that's the wonderful thing.
Well,
I've known you throughout the years, Maria, and so I always talk about substance of people, and you being involved with this, I'm sure it's going to do wonders.
Well, we think it's a win-win. It's a win for anyone who transacts with us because we can do any type of real estate acquisition work. We even have Linda involved, who does the title insurance.
Yeah.
We'll do your transactional work. We'll do your corporate work. And by engaging with us, you get a leg up on any federal or state contracts or any other type of business opportunities because you are using a woman-owned small business. And of course, that's what the state wants to do.
Now, is there a phone number, or do you want them to go to the website? What would you recommend the women doing?
Well, for now, to get certified, the WBENC, you go to the website, and it's a long process, and it's one that involves, quite frankly, a lot of work, but it's very
rewarding.
Very rewarding, and we would like to see more of these entities in Schuylkill County. And we are reaching out now to local developers, engineering firms, contractors, to make them aware that we are now operational.
And this is
and we
helpful to them.
exist.
You were mentioning about the one contractor, I won't mention name, but I mean, that person is very big.
Yes.
And certainly would appreciate qualified people that he could work with. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, yes, it's definitely, as I said, a win-win for everyone because number one, you help a woman-owned business enterprise, but you also get opportunities with the state or federal government in terms of your contract opportunities by engaging us.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best with it.
Thank you
Okay,
very
and,
much.
We're going to take a break, folks. I'm here at the Shep House. It houses 3 businesses. The law office of Christine Holman. It houses the LGH Tax and Accounting, and also houses Northeast Edge Associates. 3 women-owned, and of course Maria's telling us about the woman-owned small business certification. Go to the website, women, and you'll be, as she said, long, but it's very rewarding. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. I'm on location here on 204 East Broad Street in Tamaqua at the Shep House. And this particular house houses 3 businesses. I'm with Christine Holman, who was one of the businesses, the law office of Christine Holman. The other 2 businesses and houses is?
Northeast Edge Associates, that is Linda Marchalk, and LGH Accounting, and that would be Lacey Gonzalez-Horan. And those are, well, Linda Marchalk owns the building known as the Shep House, and we're here at 204 East Broad Street in Tamaqua, downtown. Most people associate us right next to the ABC high-rise. Mm-hmm. So if you stop into the old Shep House, you will find myself, Linda Marchalk, Lacey Gonzalez-Horan. I can offer you ultimately any type of legal service that you need. Whether you need a will, whether you need a divorce, whether you had an accident, need someone to take you through a personal injury case, if you think you're entitled to Social Security disability, if you've committed a crime. I have vast experience in the criminal sector, and I can flip my experience to the other side. I can defend you. You just have to contact the office. The number being 570-668-5321. Heather will give you an appointment, and I will take care of your needs. And it's very, very enjoyable for me to be housed in this building with both Linda and Lacey and working with them on a daily basis.
And sitting to your right is our girl Maria Casey. Maria Casey is the clerk of courts, and she is also Women's Own Small Business Certified. And if you just tuned in, folks, I would highly recommend, if you're a woman, you have a business, go to the website, which is WBENC, and we have that on the screen. I'm sure Tim will put it up. You're running again, right, for clerk of courts?
Yes.
When are you running?
Well, 2019
Okay.
is the election year, and then I would take office 2020.
Well, I hope you're going to run, which is great, because you brought a lot to the office, didn't you? You work with her very well. Didn't you?
Maria was my first deputy for 2 years in the DA's office and was extremely thorough and professional, all business. And she's a hard worker. She took over the clerk of court's office when it was in total disarray and has transformed that office really into a business office. It's run well, it functions perfectly, and people, the public, should be aware of that. And I'm hopeful that they will recognize Maria's talents and vote her in again for a second term. No one else deserving of it but her.
And I'll second that. You do a great job. I wish you the best, Christine. You're doing extremely well. I'm just very happy to see that. And Maria, you're continuing to do as much. Tell my friends at the courthouse I said hello.
Will do.
Folks, you're watching the Sam Lesante Show. Remember, download our app, SSP TV. You can watch the show anywhere. Also, if you have a smart TV, download YouTube, search SSP TV, and subscribe. You will watch all the shows. If you need to get in touch with Christine, her number is on the screen, 668-5321, and she can put you in touch with the accounting or also Northeast Edge Associates. We'll see you next time.